we'll fire away right now. Today we're here with Ray, and Ray is going to share his experience with Missouri Pain Treatment Center with the NerveFit neuropathy program for neuropathy and balance. So take it away, Ray.
Okay, well, doctor, I've been watching these videos for a while, and when I was watching these and I was going through the program, I was thinking, there might be a point in time where I'm going to have my story to tell, and I think I've reached that point.
Excellent.
And I've been with your program now for about 6 months, a little bit beyond that, and so I just want to tell my history about this. So my neuropathy may be like the viewers, may be different. I understand that they're all a little different. In my situation, I think I've probably had neuropathy for about 20 years. When I think back, there have been times when I started not being able to feel my toes right, and later on, I've had 2 wrist injuries. I've fallen in the dark twice and broken my wrist, and I'm a musician, a retired band director, and so I've lost that ability. I've lost a lot of dexterity because I've fallen.
Yeah.
And at the time, I didn't understand what was going on with that. So I went to see my doctor. It was actually a nurse practitioner one time, and I mentioned, my feet are cold, and it was July.
Yeah.
And she said, well, let me reach down. So she reached down and she felt it. She said, well, they're not cold. Yeah. And I said, well, I don't know what this is. So I kept complaining about this, so they sent me to a neurologist. And it was the top neurologist in this particular hospital chain that I won't mention.
Sure.
And I went to see her, and she gave me the examination, and she said, well, you have neuropathy. She said, but I don't know how to help you. She said, I'm going to have to send you to another doctor. Well, this was during COVID, so I had to get in with another one, a top neurologist at another hospital chain here in St. Louis area. The top one. Mm-hmm. So I went to see him, went through all the similar tests, and had nerve induction tests and all that stuff. And he said, yeah, you got neuropathy, but I can't help you, is basically what he told me. So I set up with him every year. I go back. I've got a baseline established with him, and I go back and he checks me. Now, my neuropathy, really, I have no pain with mine other than the cold feet. It's about the only sensation I feel. But like I mentioned, I have balance issues. So it really got bad when one night the lights turned off in my garage, and I lost all light in the room, and I was in total darkness. I took a step and I cracked my C1 vertebra in 2 places.
Oh my gosh. So you broke your neck.
I broke my neck, and it was all neuropathy related.
Yeah.
Because my body didn't know where I was, and I hit the ground.
When the lights were out.
When the lights went out.
Yeah.
They timed out on my garage door light, and so and at that point I knew I had neuropathy, but I didn't realize how dangerous it was to me. So I saw your ad that you were offering to come to Pasta House, and you give a little presentation. I showed up and I had my pasta, and I listened to you, and I've seen a lot of these ads on Facebook about they can help you with pain and they can help you with neuropathy and stuff. Mm-hmm. So everything you said in the presentation made sense.
Good.
Everything that you said, I was thinking, okay, this might help me, because I was getting no help from probably the #1 neurologist in the St. Louis area. It was giving me no hope. You were giving me hope. So I went to visit you. You gave me the examination like I had other places, and you said, yep, you got neuropathy. And then you talked further about what you talked about in that seminar, that about how your NerveFit program helps bring back damaged nerves and bring them back. You can't bring back the dead ones, but they can bring back the damaged ones. He said, yep, you've got some dead nerves, but you've also got some damaged nerves. That's the way you put it to me.
Yeah.
So at that point I was faced with, do I want to spend money and go with you? Mm-hmm. So I sent this information to my neurologist.
Sure.
And I said, is this real or is this snake oil?
Yeah.
And he sent me a reply back. He said, I don't know.
Okay.
So I trusted my gut and I went with that.
Good.
So you had examined me about 6 months ago.
Yep.
And you did all the little sensitivity things on the bottom of my feet and that sort of thing. And you told me later on that some of those were 0, which meant I was feeling nothing.
Correct.
But a couple weeks ago, in my 6-month checkup,
Yep.
I was getting 6s and 7s. So I was
Excellent.
getting my feet feeling back. So all along, I was feeling like I feel more stable in my walking, because that's what it comes down with me. I'm 70 years old. I've got 7 grandkids. They all 4 of them do select baseball. I'm constantly on the move. They want to do this, they want to do that, and I don't want to end up with the natural progression of needing a cane,
Yeah.
to needing a walker, to needing a wheelchair.
Right.
And I really believe if I had not come here,
Yeah.
that's a path that I was on.
Yeah.
And I told you when I took agreed to become your patient that if I could just stay where I am right now, that was good with that.
Yeah.
But I think we're documenting that it's not only doing that, but it's actually getting better.
Good. Yeah.
So that, to me, that's a bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. So not only are you some better, you're more stable.
Right.
That's excellent. Well, I'm so glad that you shared that your experience with us and possibly other viewers and potential people that may need our help. It means a lot. And of course, I'm so glad that you're better, some better than from where we started. Of course.
Yeah, you never told me, Ray, you're going to be cured.
Yeah.
You never told me that.
You are correct. I would not say
You would
that.
not tell me that, and you didn't really guarantee anything. But what
Yeah.
you did say to me was,
Yeah.
I think I can help you, and I think I can get you to where you're at least not getting worse.
Yeah.
And I think you've surpassed that.
Well, good. Excellent. Well, again, I appreciate it. Appreciate the words. And I look forward to continuing to be a resource for you for your balance and your neuropathy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Take care.